Today I'm here with.
Heather Farren.
What classes do you teach?
I teach biology and forensic science, and sometimes DNA analysis and forensic science.
What class is your favorite to teach?
I really like biology and forensic both. I like to have both of them because then I have one class with the younger students and one class with the older students, and they're kind of different subjects, so I like having a mix.
What classes have you taught in the past?
I once taught physics, not at this school, even though I have never actually taken physics. I've taught physical science here, I've taught biology, DNA analysis, and forensic science.
How long have you been teaching?
I started teaching in 1995, but I took a little break. So this is actually my 27th year of teaching and my 20th year here.
Where did you go to college?
I went to Central the first time, and I went to community college. I went to Yakima Valley Community College, and then I went to Central, and I was on the 6-year plan for college that time. And then I taught for 5 years, and then I quit teaching forever to become a marine biologist and moved to Bellingham and got my master's degree at Western, and then I missed teaching, so I went back to teaching.
Would you recommend where you got your degrees?
Yes, I loved going to college in Ellensburg. I loved that it's windy all the time and it's a small town, and the best coffee on earth is in Ellensburg, D&M Coffee. There's one downtown, there's one on Water Street. Best coffee, but I loved Central. I loved Ellensburg.
What was your favorite aspect of getting your degrees?
I just really like learning new stuff. Like, that's why I was in college so long the first time, is because I took all the classes I was interested in. Even though I was a biology and Spanish major, I took Egyptian history, and I think I took some art classes, and I just took, that was my opportunity to take all those things and learn about all the things that I wanted to, because once you start working, it's really hard to go to college and work full time.
What was your favorite part about being a teacher at Mount Vernon High School?
Well, I actually stalked the head of the science department for this job because I knew Mount Vernon was where I wanted to be. We have something here that other schools don't have, and because a lot of people have gone to Mount Vernon schools their whole lives, and a lot of the teachers have taught here their whole lives, I don't think they really appreciate what we have that's just so different from everywhere else. The students here are just they look out for each other, and they're kind, and they're just such good people, and the staff here really, really wants to work to help students succeed, and everything is about helping kids get there and helping kids learn. And other districts don't have what we do.
What was your original dream job?
Well, that depends. If we're going to go back to 1976, my career goal was to be Wonder Woman. But then Star Wars came out. And then for a long time, my career goal was to be a Jedi. And then I considered being a professional tap dancer, but I blew my knee out a couple times. And then I always kind of wanted to do marine biology. And even though I went back to teaching, and what I teach is forensic science, what I love, and biology, and I'm not teaching marine biology, going back to school and learning that thing that I wanted to do was the best decision I ever made.
How do you stay so organized with so many students?
Well, there is some overall chaos in my life, but then there's certain things that I'm very organized about, and there's way too much information in my head sometimes, but a lot of it is just having systems for, this is how I record this information, this is how I track who I've talked to about their grade, and keeping written systems that help me go back and kind of backtrack when I forget something, or if I forget how to do something. Those kind of breadcrumb trails to help me remember are always a good idea, I think. And I have a daily to-do list, and I think everyone should have that.
Do you have any fun summer plans?
I would like to get my kayak out a few times this year. And I'm going to go on some trips, and I'm going to spend a lot of time in my garden and hanging out with my baby bunnies that live in my yard.
Thank you.